I need someone to show me my place in all this.
Hello and welcome to another panDOMonium review. Now, yeah. Thank you. Okay, I'm talking today about Star Wars Episode VIII, The Last Jedi, which is out now in cinemas, and this is a spoiler-free review. I'll talk a bit about the film, but nothing beyond what's in the trailer. Now, the film treads a very well-worn path. The First Order want to obliterate the Resistance out of existence, and the Resistance don't really want that and have to fight back. If I said that I was really excited about The Last Jedi prior to watching this, I'd be lying. I was disappointed with The Force Awakens. I did enjoy Rogue One, but obviously we won't be getting any more of their story. What was annoying me most before I saw it? It's just so damn long. Force Awakens could easily have had 30 minutes cut out of its 135-minute running time. This is 152 minutes. Ridiculous. Still, at least it's not Spider-Man or Wonder Woman. They were both long, about 2.5 hours apiece, and mostly dull. Justice League was a tight 2 hours. That was fun. Now next May, yeah, not Christmas surprisingly, in Solo they got the wrong guy playing Han Solo. Should be a guy called Anthony Gruber. See my review of The Age of Adeline, which I'll put a link in the video description below, where he plays a young Harrison Ford. Or I might even put it on a link on this video, who knows? I don't even know myself. Anyway, he plays a young Harrison Ford. He's a spitting image. It's so obvious. I can't remember the name of the guy who they chose to play Solo, but it's a joke, it really is. Anywho, back to Episode 8, and while I'd set myself up for a potentially long slog, I was delightfully surprised when there was a stack of humour in the first third to make me think I'd wandered in to carry on Star Wars. But such that it didn't overdo it. Hence I was reminded of the fun I'd had with Justice League. And here, the best scenes were the pairings I wasn't expecting. Of General Hux, played by Domhnall Gleeson, and also his number one, played by Adrian Edmondson. In fact, seeing the latter's face early on made me chuckle, and with the humour that ensued and the characters, that felt a lot po-faced, pun not intended, it felt a lot less po-faced than expected. I thought I was in for a relatively quick 152 minutes, including the end credits, of course. But films are generally a 3-act structure. Once Act 2 began, that's where things changed. Now, as I said, I won't go into detail about anything you've not seen in the trailer, so if I didn't know about it beforehand, I won't give it unspoiled here. There are a few things in my review that go further, but all behind a spoiler heading. So they're there to give my thoughts on that, on those areas for those who've seen it, and to avoid people accidentally coming across it. Now we know from the end of The Force Awakens that Rey pops over to see Luke Skywalker and hand him that lightsaber. So it's natural to assume, as does happen, that Rey with Chewie want Luke to head back home with them and get the band back together, as they say, and fight the bad guys. Should he stay or should he go? Well, what I can say is that he'll be training her in the ways of the Jedi, the same as Obi-Wan taught him back in the day. However, while I figured this wasn't going to be a quick section, it seemed to take bloody ages. I mean, it helps that it's spaced out, another pun not intended, with stuff that the other characters are up to. But I mean, Jesus, this is really part of the 152 minutes that could have been trimmed quite easily. There are parts in that that I can't remember offhand, and I'm not going to spoil it anyway, but parts in that we saw at least 3 times. We got the point the first time. It's a joke. But we do get to witness on Luke's Island that that place occasionally has weather that's worse than Greater Manchester. In addition, there's a lot of weird Mind Force stuff, as you might expect, but I don't get it. If individuals can move people and items at will, how come they can't do the same for enemy spaceships coming at them? Can't they just go vroom? Excuse me. Voice is going, that's winter for you. And just do that, get rid of the spaceships. I don't know. Do you know? Let me know. Oh, and I went to see this film in 2D. simply out of convenience. I saw the last two Star Wars movies in 3D, but none of them were actually made in 2D. All that effect is done in post-production, so really you're paying extra for nothing. In addition, I see like Force Awakens, that some of this is shot in 70mm IMAX, apparently, according to Internet Movie Database anyway. But how much? I've no idea. And would we actually see it? Because only one scene was shot that way last time, which had Finn and Rey when they stole the Millennium Falcon. They were flying it about. And given what a tight-ass Disney was with the 70mm prints, there were only 3 in the entire country sent out, which meant that Manchester Printworks Cinema didn't get one, which is the second biggest IMAX in Europe. The biggest is the BFI London, and it's only slightly taller, that one. So they're pretty much the same width, so it's pretty much the same difference. Now I paid money in advance to see that one, thinking I'd get that, but no, we didn't get it opened up to 1.44 to 1, or some say 1.43 to 1, 70mm IMAX. It was just the 1.90 to 1 digital version. So I wasn't making that advanced mistake this time, and so I just saw it in regular 2.35 to 1 widescreen. And in fact, on checking the listing since, I see that the Printworks Cinema only has the movie in IMAX 3D, which means the digital version is you don't get 70mm IMAX in 3D. That's 2D only. Now, my review also includes a few examples of some amusing lines, which I won't repeat here, but there were some daft ones which made me feel it's starting to go a little bit Guardians of the Galaxy at that point. But anyway, as a film, it's very much let's go here and do this, then we'll go here and do that, and so on. And it all just feels very disconnected. I mean, I know a lot of Star Wars films go down that path, but this just feels more disconnected than most, and it feels like a lot of set pieces rather than a coherent movie. And after the first act, it then spends the next 100 minutes being a mixture of seen it all before and an absolute mess. I love the interactions with Gleeson and Edmondson, but one thing I must add in this section is how much General Leia's character feels completely redundant. And so it does not feel like a fitting tribute in any way to the late great Carrie Fisher. I don't know how much of her episode 8 scenes have been shot, but so maybe they had to work around her untimely passing, but from a certain point in the film, and you'll know it when you see it, it just feels all very unfinished. It's just a huge disappointment. It's like just sort of loitering in the background, just, let's get to say a few lines here, because, I don't know, maybe she couldn't move about a lot, I don't know, but let's just say a few lines here, say a few lines there, not really get involved properly. Beyond that, some people ask why I go to see big films on their opening day rather than wait till things calm down. Well, one reason is that watching it now means I avoid the idiots who post spoilers online, say as big statuses on Facebook. Something like, hey, at the end, Finn and Luke dress up as both ends of a pantomime unicorn so they can sneak into the cantina bar. That doesn't happen, by the way. But you know what I mean. I saw a big spoiler for one particular film. I won't give the name off here. And it just basically told me the end of it. And it was a film that came out this year. And I ended up blocking the person as a result of that. What is wrong with people? I just don't know. So, overall, The Last Jedi, it's worth just 5 out of 10. The Force Awakens was a 6 out of 10, and I thought this was going to be better. But Rogue One, really enjoyed that. That's 7.5 out of 10. The original 3 films are brilliant. The prequels less so, obviously. Although I did enjoy Episode 3. But, so, what do you think of The Last Jedi? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that. If you dislike it, dislike it. I'll be a bit offended, but go ahead. Do your worst. Anyway, so don't forget to subscribe anyway, whatever you do. And Q Genesis.